Dear children, let's continue the lesson, The Treasure Within Part 2, page number 77. So, a person is taking interview of a contractor. Okay, a peace contractor. So, he is asking, why do you think you do not like studies? Was it because you felt you could not cope, could not deal with the curriculum? He was asking why he was not interested in studies. Because he felt that he couldn't cope up with the studies, or he cannot deal with the curriculum. So then HC gave answer, I was very bad at languages. Science and geography I could deal with. Math was very bad. I just was not interested. I was studying for the sake of studying what they taught me today. I would forget about after 2 days. I would not bother because there was no application of mind there to begin with. So he was very bad at languages. Maybe it was local, his mother tongue, or English. Okay. So he was very bad at languages, and yes, he used to able to understand science and geography, but math was very, very troublesome to him. He couldn't able to do the math because to do the math problems, first we have to keep interest and listen. If you understand the method, then math is the easy subject among all. Okay, because in that no need of by hearting or memorizing like that, isn't it? So just we have to understand the method and do the problems, as many problems we can do. So no need of learning anything, isn't it? But other language, other things, other subjects, all we have to sit and learn question answers like that. Okay, but math we have to keep interest and listen. If you do not understand, again and again we have to ask and try to understand. We have to do practically by yourself, then only you can do math, otherwise you never. Okay, so I think he never sit and do math. That's why it was very troublesome to him. Okay, so he was just coming to school just to study for the sake of studying. So he used to listen but forget after 2 days. See, if you watch any movie for many days, I think lifelong, sometime we can remember the story for the lifelong. We never sit and memorize the story of this movie, no? Then how could we able to remember? Because we watch with a lot of interest, lot of enthusiasm. If you put same interest and enthusiasm in studies, no, you also memorize. You also no need to memorize. You can remember it for your lifetime. Okay, isn't it? So how much interest we are keeping on fun, making fun, or playing or watching movies? No, same interest we should keep on studies also. Then no need of sitting and memorizing, no need of troubling, no need of spending lot of time, no need of feeling any burden. Actually we never feel burden if you have a real interest on studies. Okay, so he used to listen and forget after 2 days. Why it happens like that? Because he was not at all interested. He never used to listen with interest. Okay, so that's why he used to forget within 2 days. BR, did you think that what they taught in the school was boring, or did you feel that once you understood the concept what was being taught, you lost interest in the rest of the lesson? So he was asking, so do you think that school was boring, or they are not able to explain properly, or you are not able to understand the concept of the lesson, or if you understand what is the concept, means what is the essence of the lesson, or what is the summary of the lesson, do you happen to lose interest on the rest of the lesson? Like that he was asking. Let's see, living in a boarding school is difficult. We were just living from day to day. Nowadays there are so many tests. Back then, whenever we had tests, we used to just copy. The teacher taught that we had done our work. Okay, so he was saying that living in a boarding school is very, very difficult because it is like just like a jail, prison, isn't it? So they don't have any freedom. Whatever, if they want to do anything, they have to take the permission. Without permission, they can't do anything. So it was almost like a prison jail. So that's why he was saying that it is very difficult to living in the boarding school. So we are just living, okay, from day to day, just day will pass, from day to day will pass. Okay, that's it. And many tests are there. Whenever they used to have tests, they used to copy, and teacher would thought that they done their work. Yeah, there is a contentation that giftedness and learning disabilities go hand in hand. Do you think this applies to you? Giftedness and learning disabilities go hand in hand, means go by. If one is there, another thing also there. So do you think it will apply? Then HC, well, take some studies from my class. Those who always stood first or second are today doing very ordinary jobs. So he told that, yes, well, take some examples. The students who used to stood always first and second in the class, now they are doing very ordinary jobs. Where I have come across this situation in so many different places where people tell me that they are class toppers are doing very ordinarily today. So why this happens? They used to be first in the class. They used to be class toppers, but now they are doing the ordinary jobs. Let's see. In school, I think living our lives are made street smarts. I have learnt more by doing what I did on my own than what academics would have taught me. So, see, academics help us to get knowledge, that's all. Don't depend completely on the academics. So, take out your inner strength, take out your inner. See, each and everyone has ability. Each and everyone has their own talent. So, take out your inner talent, take out your inner ability. So on what you are interested. Some are interested in painting, so they can become an artist. Some have the very good talent in sports, so they can join the sports, and but we have to spend lot of money and time also. Then only you can become an excellent, isn't it? Then only you can excel. But you have to put 100% concentration on your ability to develop it. Then only you can excel. Otherwise you can't. Okay. So here, take out your inner ability. If you are interested in science, go with science only. If you are interested in math, go with math only. Okay. So like that. So skill, you have to develop your own skill. That what HC is saying. But yeah, this is because the personality and skill were there. You are able to find the expression in your manner where you comfortable with, and you defeat every rule so that nobody would stop you from doing what you needed to do. So if you are really skillful, if you are really talented, then you can excel in that. So in that way, when you are going in that way, if you get any problem, you have to overcome the problem. You do not get depression by the problems, or you can't go back because of the problems. Okay, you should always go forward, don't turn back and stop. Okay, so here I was more interested in other things. If for example in a class it started raining outside, I would think of flowing water and how build a dam to block it. I would be thinking about the flow of water within the dam and how much of water the dam could be able to hold. That was my interest of the day. So for the since his childhood, he was an architect actually. So if it was raining outside, what he used to think, some people may think go and outside and play in the rain, isn't it? Some people think to make some boats and sail in the water, isn't it? So some people may think that, oh, clothes are getting wet, like that, something some people will. But he used to think that to construct a dam, to store the water, how much water dam can be able to hold, like that. So it is the way of architect. The thing or the thoughts are about architect, is it not? This is the way of thinking of an architecture, isn't it? Architect only can think in this manner. So his all things are like an architect since from the childhood. So that's why he became very famous architecture. When students lost a button while playing or fighting, they would come running to me and I would cut the button from a chalk and using a blade. Discipline in the school was very important and no student could afford to have a button missing. The student would get past dinner with a full neat uniform, and after that I did not matter. So I think they used to have white button, okay, on their shirts. If they lost the buttons while playing or running, they used to come to him and ask. So he used to cut a button type shape from the chalk and he used to place in the place of button. So because why he used to do so? Because discipline was very, very important in that school. So if they lose one button also, I think they will get punishment. So because of that, he used to place a chalk button instead of a real button. So they used to have dinner and in full neat uniform. We are coming to the present. How do you decide as to what kind of structure do you want to give a client? So he is asking, how do you decide if a client comes to you? How do you decide what kind of structure do you want to give to the client? Sir, I'll look at the client's face, his clothes, the way he talks and pronounces, the way he eats, and I would know what his taste would be like. So I can relate to the people in a way that would be comfortable. I sketch very spontaneously on the paper on the spot. That paper I give to my people in the office. So he is saying that he will observe the client first. Okay. So instead of asking what he needed, first he used to observe the client. His face, his clothes, mannerism means how he talks, how he pronounces, and what he eats, what are his likes and dislikes, his behavior, total complete behavior and body language. So it is very, very important. Then only we can satisfy all the people. So then first he is to understand the client. Then he used to sketch, because he is very skillful in making the sketch. Spontaneously he can put the sketch on the paper. It's not a big deal. But before that, he used to understand what the client was. So according to his wish, he used to sketch on the paper. Okay. Did you it instinctively? So call it instinct. Instinct means what? Somewhat like seventh sense or sixth sense. Okay. We have 5 senses, no? Sixth sense means something will warn us if anything is dangerous, something inner, okay, inner thing will warn us, don't go, like that. That is called as sixth sense. So it is also called as instinct, or it is arithmetic, whatever. Now it comes to me like mathematics, putting design, construction, psychology and sociology together, making a sketch from all that is mathematics. So he told that maybe it is an instinct or arithmetic, whatever it is, it seems like math to him, and putting designs, construction, psychology, sociology all together from the mathematics. So here we almost come to the full circle where Mr. Contractor has derived his own interpretation of mathematics, taking from its subject. He hated a subject, he now loves dealing with it. So he used to hate that subject, but now he is loving the subject. So all is depend upon our will and wish and status of mind. If you hate it, okay, you never can learn it, isn't it? If you love it, you can enjoy the subject. So try to love the education. Don't feel it like a burden, or don't, okay, hate it. If you hate it, you never can learn, isn't it? So that's why try to love the education so that you can excel in that. Okay. So if you love the subjects, you can go to the higher, okay, higher education. You can excel the subjects, or you can reach the highest position, or you can do your own thing like art. You can become an architecture, okay, or you can become an engineer, okay, or you can become a contractor, or whatever it may. You can become a doctor, or you can become a teacher, like that, whatever it may be. But you need to have interest. So interest is the main important thing. See, unless you sow a seed in the soil, how the tree will grow? See, seed is the main important thing, and first and foremost and beginner of the tree, isn't it? Without seed, no tree will grow. So seed is like interest, or interest is like a seed. So if you do not have interest, you never can learn any subject, or you can't even learn sports or any other extracurricular activities are there. No, even that also you can't expel any, or you can't excel anything without interest, isn't it? So keep interest on studies. Okay, do well in studies. Okay, so by this we have completed the lesson. So that's all for today. Have a good day.